Good morning to you. It's time for your first alert forecast update. Thank you for taking a check in of this update. It has been quite the cold start out there. Let's have at it. Let's see what we can hash out here as we get more of spring-like feels trying to spring back up around the Midlands. Appreciate you being here. I'm First Alert Meteorologist Tony Schiaparoli. Now, what of course we're working on with today, the unfortunate combination of very clear skies, winds, and cooler, dry air driving back down from the north, making for, a tougher start for a lot of folks out there. Because you have to think, it's not just, of course, going out and about, getting kids out to school, people getting to work, even just, someone trying to stay a bit warmer, going out to breakfast, but everything, of course, in the way of temperatures getting this cold this time of the year, it's never a good thing. We're getting into growing season. It makes things a lot tougher on farmers out there, especially, again, if you have whole crops and orchards to worry about. The upstate of South Carolina, very tough this morning, where upper 20s found their way back. The rest of us saw more so mid and lower 30s. But let's see how we rise away from that. Try to focus on now how we'll break away from this, getting on into the rest of this growing season. And a bit more of spring, where hopefully we are done seeing freezing temperatures, because we do not need that for the region. It's not good for vegetation. You got to, of course, think about how adversely some temperatures can affect things when they get this far south. Right now, we're going to be seeing out the door early chills still trying to hang in place. But by the time we get towards 10 o'clock or so, we're going to be starting to see more 40s showing through. And 10 o'clock is officially when we'll be ending the first alert weather day status, because as of that point, with more of the sun up, we should start to see everyone pretty much getting back into the 40s at that point, seeing all frost were to get defrosted, burned off, and then that is going to be leaving us with a gorgeous day. Highs only around 61. It's still going to be overall a cooler day around the region, but one, of course, you can still go out, enjoy. You have your favorite sweatshirt, a good jacket on, a long pants type of day, but the beauty will be there. It'll be a very nice afternoon with how cold it got this morning for some. Even out towards areas like Newberry and Saluda, where temperatures fell all the way back to 30. Now, for what we see, of course, along a lot of other areas, our capital city, Lexington, starting out more so around 35. And either way you slice it, we're all still going to see similar afternoon marks with those temperatures. So we get through this cold kickoff. We see our first alert weather day status ending at 10 a.m. Again, once we actually start to see everything with those frigid temperatures go away, then we start to see all that sun just continuing to do its job, warming up the region. Winds turn in our favor by the time we get into Wednesday and even through Thursday. Both of those days we'll be looking at more in the way of sunshine. So I don't really have much to track through for you. I'm not doing a future cast for you today. We're still going to be focusing on rain chances later into the week, but there's still a lot that we need to go over and fine-tune with some forecast details and model runs into this afternoon and overnight. As we focus on today, want to, of course, just say a happy spring to you. Love this little graphic here. It's going to be a lovely day overall. Again, the blue skies will be there. Everything, of course, continuing to shine, the blossoms and bloom, and a lot of leaves even starting to grow. You're really starting to see more of those spring effects here around the Midlands. As we see it, though, we are going to work on to things getting defrosted after what has been just a cold start for many. I know not everyone has seen frost this morning. Not everyone got below those mid-30s, but a lot of communities did. Many folks were impacted and again reached out to me on social media about it. Just wanted to hear some reports from some spots around the region. So always appreciate any interaction from viewers, because just honestly, in terms of having some reports, when some folks are seeing things that others aren't, it's just good to help pinpoint where are the spots that are being more impacted, whether it is just frost or fog, or of course anything even to the way of severe weather. So let's get through this day. It is going to be a sunny one, gorgeous out there. I want to give you a quick check here, though, into the car washing forecast. I know a lot of people have been talking about the pollen, it being all over their car, and yeah, car wash is very much in the way of busy as we go on into the rest of this week. Now, Friday, that will be Mother Nature. She will have you covered there. It's going to be more of a rainy type of day, even though I still need to really pinpoint when that rain is going to arrive. I'm just letting you know, first alerting you to Friday, that we're going to be seeing a good amount of rain coverage into that day. We're likely going to be bumping those rain chances from 70 to 80 by this afternoon, no doubt about it, at least the way things have been timing out in that sense. Now, as we get into your upcoming weekend, we are going to start to see that rain likely dip back. It's going to be associated with an area of low pressure coming up out of the Gulf. It's just a matter of how far to our north or south, or even, more so right through the middle, will it be hitting us. And that is going to be a key factor for the timing. So make sure, again, if you need to make some Friday plans. You're going to be hitting the road for some Friday travels. I know from a sports sense, there's going to be a lot of people out and about in that sense, and any other reason. It's spring after all, right? There's a lot of festivals. There's a lot of events going on, a lot of good ones around the region. So let's continue to be smart and be safe out there. Do your best to stay dry. We will continue to get you forward into those first alert weather details. Right now, though, just appreciate you being here. Let's all thaw out together for this Tuesday, and a happy spring, my friends. Thank you again so much. I'm WIS First Alert meteorologist Tony Chiavaroli, and another reminder, of course, as we go through these days, you can always take a check of your forecast here. Appreciate if you consistently tune in during the morning, and obviously on our website, WISTV.com, our app on the go. There's plenty of ways you can get your forecast updates, especially when out and about if you need more of those details. Now, in terms of that, if you need to, of course, keep up to date on any new news coming your way for your Tuesday start. What's new this morning is coming up here on the live stream. Make sure, again, you hang around if you got some time. I appreciate you checking in again for your First Alert forecast.